culture changing, things changing. Now, I spoke to someone, and I said, the millennial generation, a lot of things, we are experiencing culture shock. We were trained, our mothers trained us in a way. They told us, okay, they trained us for a husband. You get. We're not really giving so much information on financial independence and all of the likes. You get. But we now grew up, found ourselves in this world or in this time where a woman has to work. Do you understand? They're not trying to balance work life and home life, balancing everything. We've been given the responsibility, and we are now trying to balance both responsibilities. Do you understand? And for the men too, they were trained, their mothers trained them to work and not to even be domestic at all. Do you understand? Correct. But in this time and age, the woman demands of them to be domesticated. You get. So they are trying to balance helping a wife and making money. It is hitting on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. So the culture shock is making women, women are beginning to think, why should I respect you? I'm making money too. Do you understand? But I mean, it is not there. I'm not trying to defend women, but it is a culture shock, like I call it. And for the men, you're like, why won't you respect me? My mother told me you're going to respect me. I'm going to just provide. That's what I'm expecting. And they're not getting it. It is culture shock. Hitting both the male and the female gender. Do you understand? That is what we're trying to deal with in this time and age. I believe that the next generation will definitely be better because women are now teaching their daughters how to make money, do better, be financially, stable and all of that. And the men, the mothers of today, I hope they are teaching their sons to also be helpful to their wives, because we see most of it online, when we get to the social media space. So I understand the whole drama going on in this, generation, the gender war and everything, and it is not anybody's fault. That's what I want to say.
So who do we blame?
We're not trying to blame anybody. We don't want to blame our parents. We're not blaming our parents because that is all they knew. Do you understand?
Somehow we'll blame our parents because they don't tell us what we're expecting or what we're going to see.
Right? Right?
I wish I said it the last time. I said if our parents were they scared that we will not get married or what? If they had told us, maybe they think, okay, if I tell my daughter this is what she'll be.
Yeah, like I said, you don't blame them because that is all they knew. Our parents, most of our mothers had the whole fears of, okay, I don't want my daughter to start, getting all the money, because they had their own pair and group and all of that that went through the whole lifestyle of trying to be financially stable and all of that, and I know they did not get married. So you look at those women or those
I get it.
If
it's like that,
they cite them as examples and tell
because
them,
my father did that with me too.
Exactly,
when I had this big apartment, my office gave me this big apartment, and my father said, "No, you're not leaving my house. You will live here because once you go, you will not see a man to marry."
So they had all of those fears, and they did not want their children to,
fall victim
of all of those circumstances. So they were trying to be careful. They want to, of course, they'll be proud of you to have all the money, but they didn't want it to come at the expense of not getting married. But there is a way right now to merge, and that is what they did not know because it was all new to them.
True.
What our mothers saw was their husbands providing for them and all of that, and trying to do the little they could do. They never saw it in this light. Education is just on. Do you understand? So things are changing.
So are you saying education enlightened us?
Exactly, of course it did. Things are changing. Things are changing.
So you're not thinking that we're actually diverting from our original culture, being African, right? You're not saying it's the Western world that has taken over us. I'm talking, especially we Africans.
Western world or no Western world, things will change as long as nature is concerned, as long as life is concerned. Growth is constant. Whether growth as an individual or growth as a society or growth as a nation, whatever, growth is constant. So we are evolving. We're evolving basically. Yeah, that is it. So imagine that your children tomorrow blames you for what you did not know. Do you understand? That is the same thing. If we start to blame our parents or go back to blame them, they did not know better. They trained us based on what they knew. So I'm going to advocate for men and women to understand, especially men and women of millennials. We are peculiar. Things are just happening fast before us.
Why should you compare the millennials or the Gen Zs? Because
the Gen Zs have a different one.
Somehow, exactly. Yeah, because somehow I feel millennials still have, that respect. They still,
No, the Gen Zs is a different thing. I'm not even talking about Gen Zs. Gen Zs, most of them are not married. How many of them are married?
Well, some of them, they marry early these days, 22, 23, 24 are already married.
Gen Zs, of course, when I talk about, whatever it is I'm talking about the millennials. Now, when we now go to Gen Zs, it is...
Gang. I can imagine.
It is explosive. Do you understand? It is, this is not to talk down on any Gen Z, but like I said, it still boils down to the fact that things are happening fast before them. I saw a Gen Z recently, and he said, "I don't think I want to work for anybody." He came to share his excitement on how he had finished school, and the next thing that comes from him, I don't think so. I think for Gen Z to Gen Z, it is like minds attracting each other, because it's not a gender thing. Both of them have their own
understanding.
Exactly, not just understanding. They have their ways of thinking. And it is weird for a millennial. It's weird for the older generation. So it is not a problem when a Gen Z gets married to a millennial or a Gen Z gets married to
I can imagine.
The generational gap is crazy, It's crazy. It's crazy. So basically, what we are saying right now is, if you are a mother right now, you can only do your best. Do you get? Do your best to enlighten your children. Respect is not for a gender. Respect is both ways.
Reciprocal.
It is reciprocal. A man wants respect. A woman wants respect. Men want it in a way. Women want it in a way. You get, but every human being should be respected. If you are a woman, a man is worthy. A husband, somebody you decided to marry, is worthy of your respect. If you are a man, a woman you decided to get married married to is worthy of your respect. Your children are worthy of your respect. Do you understand?
Yes. I said, as little as they are, they deserve to be respected.
You need to respect every person. Honor people, because everybody is special. We have our grace, and you cannot tap into another person's grace if you don't respect them.
No way.
If you don't honor them. So imagine I'm living with my husband, a man that's supposed to be my husband, and I'm not respecting him. I cannot enjoy the benefits of that human being.
Never.
Because there's something I can unlock within him by just honoring and respecting him. And it's vice versa for your wife. You cannot get the best of her if you don't respect her. So you can't get the best of your children if you don't respect them. That man on the street, that's your security man. You cannot get the best of him if you don't respect him. So it is not a gender thing. Every human being should be respected if you want to get the best of them.
I like that. Bravo. Okay, you see, this is why I love to have you here. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, our number one counselor. God bless you. We appreciate you. So guys, you see, this is why I love to have Priska here. And of course, you've heard it from her, so yes. And do well to follow us if you want to see more of Priska. Keep sharing, like our page, tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You see more of Priska and Judith. So until next time, we remain your humble presenters. We love you. Bye bye.